When I first laid my hands on the Honor Magic 7 Pro, I must admit that I was struck by its sleek design and ambitious feature set. It promised to be a juggernaut in the smartphone world, mixing flagship-level performance with cutting-edge technology. Now, after spending several months testing, tweaking, and exploring what this device has to offer, I've reached the point where I can confidently share the long-term experience of using it. If you're considering whether the Honor Magic 7 Pro deserves a spot in your tech arsenal, this detailed review will give you all the insights you need. So let's get started. Let's address the immediate standout feature of the Honor Magic 7 Pro, its design. Honor is now using 2.5D glass, a flat glass with slightly rounded edges. Compared to the more curved glass of the Magic 6 Pro, the new design feels more practical. And it comes with circular camera modules. The slightly wider bezels don't get in the way in everyday use, and I made fewer typing errors, a problem that often bothered me with my previous phone. The build of phone, it has IP68 and 69 rating certified, and is therefore well protected against dust and water. My test device has proven to be resistant to fingerprints. The back remains pleasantly clean, even after prolonged use. If you prefer something more colorful, the Magic 7 Pro is also available in Breeze Blue, a delicate baby blue, or in Lunar Shadow Gray, a silvery gray tone with a subtle pattern that shimmers in the light and is reminiscent of ice. Both colors give the design a fresh touch and a change from the vegan leather of the predecessor. After months of daily use, I'm happy to report that the Honor Magic 7 Pro has proven itself to be quite durable. I may have accidentally dropped the device once or twice, and nothing happened to the phone body. The screen's nanocrystal shield coating does an excellent job of resisting scratches and fingerprints. Despite being a power user, the performance hasn't slowed down, which speaks volumes about the engineering under the hood. For security, it comes with a good fingerprint upgraded from an optical to an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which proves very reliable. An Oslo Speed Face ID unlock. Speaking of the display of the Honor Magic 7 Pro is definitely one of the strongest out there. We are dealing with a 6.8-inch OLED panel with adaptive refresh rate of 1 to 120 Hz with 90% screen-to-body ratio, and a 4320 Hz for dimming. It also comprehensive HDR support and numerous eye comfort features. At its peak, it promises a brightness of 5000 nits for HDR content, and can scale down to a minimum of 2 nits. Content remains perfectly readable in direct sunlight. Even in the area of pyramids in Egypt, where the sunlight was extremely reflected on the phone screen, it was no problem to read messages or edit photos. The display is particularly dynamic with HDR content, and the colors are vivid and detailed. Honor sticks to a vivid setting for the screen by default, with normal as an option in case you want to reduce the latter's more contrasty and saturated look. You can also change the color temperature for warmer or cooler tones across the board. I'm very happy with this phone. When watching HD movies on YouTube or Netflix, it gives me a very good experience. Next to performance. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is a real beast, and you notice it right away. The base Magic 7 Pro starts at 12GB of RAM and 512GB of storage, perhaps the only configuration available globally going forward. There are others models going up to 16GB of RAM and 512GB or 1TB of storage. Apps start lightning fast, animations run smoothly, and games like Free Fire or Call of Duty don't cause the hardware to falter. Even after an hour of intensive gaming, the device remained warm but not uncomfortably hot. The frames remained stable and the performance was consistently at a top level. In everyday use, the Magic 7 Pro proved to be absolutely reliable. Multitasking, photo editing, and AI-supported applications ran without delay. I have spent a lot of time playing Free Fire with this phone, and it fared pretty well in my gameplay. Of course, it did not give me the highest quality graphics and refresh rate, but still, the settings enough to make me appreciate and excel in the game. About the software and battery. At release, the Magic 7 Pro already has the latest Magic OS 9 based on Android 15 installed. Security and system updates are guaranteed until January 2030, which corresponds to support up to Android 20. Gemini, Google's smart AI assistant that offers users context-based help, is now pre-installed on Honor. But there is also a separate AI area that has been integrated directly into the system. For example, screen content can now be marked with the knuckle circle, and Magic Portal then suggests a suitable interaction or service. Other useful AI features include Magic Text, which can extract text from images and process it further, or AI Translation, which can transcribe and translate conversations in real time. However, only 12 languages are currently supported. Honor gave an exciting preview of upcoming AI functions with AI deepfake detection. The function analyzes video calls in real time and warns of so-called deepfakes, i.e. videos that have been manipulated using AI to realistically swap faces, for example. And about the AI eraser is still a work in progress. For the OS on the home screen, Magic OS again lets you create shortcuts from specific apps, only it still won't allow any customization. For the power and battery, the smartphone is equipped with a 5850 mAh battery with my Moodle, but for Europe has to make do with 5270 mAh. The reasons are probably the stricter logistics and safety regulations. Despite the reduced capacity, the battery delivers good performance in my everyday use. Honor's smart battery management works here by intelligently controlling energy consumption. Where I use the smartphone almost non-stop for photos, music, and social media, I got through the day well. In the evening, I still had 45% remaining capacity to last into the night if necessary. The battery is charged with 100-watt wired Honor Supercharge, which takes the battery from 0 to 100% in just over 40 minutes. And finally, the camera. Honor uses a familiar triple camera configuration for the Magic 7 Pro, which was largely adopted from its predecessor. Honor also brings clever AI improvements into play here. The main camera of Magic 7 Pro come with 50 megapixel with laser autofocus and OIS system, and for a telephoto camera it come with 200 megapixel Samsung sensor. It can optical zoom at 3x with multi-directional and OIS system. And last, for the ultra wide angle camera, it come with 50 megapixel with 122 degree field of view. For the selfie and front camera, it has 50 megapixel Sony IMX8116 with sensor autofocus, and record video 4K at 60 frames, and that very good with front camera. The main camera is capable of producing excellent stills, even more so when the subject is still. Movement and moving light can throw off a white balance to a point where one photo might turn out overly warm and another too cool. The main camera delivers great results. Whether it's sunny day or difficult lighting conditions, the photos are rich in detail, have vivid colors, and a nice, wide, dynamic range. I was particularly impressed by how well the white balance works. Even in bright light, the pictures look natural. The telephoto camera with a 3x optical zoom is very beauty. Thanks to AI support, however, a new 100x AI zoom comes into play. This can be activated from 30x magnification and tries to polish up images. In many cases, this works very well, but sometimes it results in bizarre revisions. For everyday use, zoom levels up to around 6x remain the most useful. Here you get clean details and stable performance. The 50 megapixel ultra wide-angle camera is also solid, even if it can't quite keep up with the main camera in difficult lighting conditions. The colors are consistent, distortion at the edge of the image is pleasantly limited. For video, I focused on testing still camera features but took video through its paces to gauge differences. Nothing radically changes here apart from slightly better quality footage. You can also record in 4K at 30 or 60 frames, or Full HD at 30 or 60 frames. Finally, we also have a 50 megapixel camera on the front for selfies. The images taken with it have good dynamics, color reproduction, and with the additional autofocus, even group selfies are no problem. After reviewing the Honor Magic 7 Pro for several months, I can confidently say that this device has plenty to offer. From its stellar performance and vibrant display to its medium camera system and long-lasting battery, it's hard not to fall in love with the Magic 7 Pro. Maybe, but at roughly $1,250 for this phone, you may want to think it over. Other good phones come at that price. And also the Magic 6 Pro is a good alternative for less money. In the end, if you're in the market for a smartphone that combines power, beauty, and dependable functionality, the Honor Magic 7 Pro might just be your magic wand. Don't forget to tell us about your opinion about this phone in comments below. Happy watching and goodbye.